gene is by far the most sophisticated program around. Genetic algorithm is a method that sheds light on an interesting aspect of artificial intelligence, which is that sometimes the way to solve problems is by finding a solution to the problem, not necessarily computing a solution. But first, a few words about intelligence in nature. We know that nature is intelligent. The first thing that may come to mind when we talk about intelligence in nature is the brain. We will discuss that later when we will talk about artificial neural networks and deep learning. But the brain is not the only place we can find intelligence in nature. The immune system, for example, is intelligent. It's a distributed system that learns how to attack a pathogen, memorizes the best way to do so for future use, communicates along its millions of cells and antibodies, and make collaborative decisions at determined moments. And if we think about it, similarly, every organ is intelligent. Some may even claim that every cell is intelligent. What is the common denominator to all these phenomena? Probably genetic evolution. Genetic evolution as a process is very intelligent. It created us and all living creatures. This is what GAs try to simulate digitally in order to solve many problems through the mechanism of natural selection. Well, indeed, GA proved itself to be successful. GAs today are widely used to tackle some of the most complex and challenging tasks in medicine and in many other disciplines. Since the concepts of evolution and natural selections are general and not oriented to a single specific problem, so are the capabilities of GAs. GAs are able to solve various kinds of problems. Some even like to say that the genetic algorithm is like a generic algorithm. For us, this algorithm is of special interest. Once, because it's based on a biological concept, but more practically, many of the problems faced in medicine or medical data are perfectly suitable for GAs. Moreover, since it will be hard for physicians or medical researchers to obtain a wide education in algorithmics or programming, here we offer a generic algorithm and a very strong one that can be quite easily put to use without requiring substantial programming skills. To understand the powerful potential applications of genetic algorithms, we will first describe the different steps of the algorithm and then show a few examples in practice. Step 1, we actually prefer to call this step 0, chromosome representation. Represent a solution to the problem as a chromosome. Whatever the problem is, we begin by thinking how a solution to the problem can look like. We do so by trying to define the data structure that will hold such solution. This is our genetic sequence. The ideal is to use a linear sequence. It can be constructed with A, C, G, and T letters, or another alphabet, or numbers, or even more complex data structures. It doesn't even have to be linear. Step 1, Big Bang. Create a population of random solutions to the problem. With somewhat of similarity to the Big Bang theory, we create many random chromosomes, which means creating random solutions to the problem. In our case, a solution to the problem is represented as a sequence of letters or numbers, so letting the computer come up with such random sequences is easy. We create a population of sequences, of chromosomes, each representing an individual. The size of this population could vary depending on the properties of the problem, but a classic size would be of 1,000 chromosomes or 1,000 individuals. Since these sequences are random, it's highly likely that the quality of the initial solutions they represent will be low. These solutions will not solve the problem, or at least not produce a very good solution. Nonetheless, just because of randomness, it's highly likely that some solutions will be a bit better than others. It's unlikely that all random solutions will be exactly equally bad. Step 2, natural selection, the survival of the fittest. Here we try to implement the Darwinian evolutionary theory in the computation space. In order to do so, we will need first to quantify how fit every individual is. This is step 2a, fitness function. Then we will need to give the more fit individuals a higher chance to produce offspring. This is step 2b. In the following segment, we will see them in action.